Today we're in downtown San Diego asking some strangers what their opinion on environmental changes. Let's see what they say. Do you believe in climate change?
Yeah.
Yes. Claro que sí.
Yes. Do we do?
Oh, yes.
We do.
I do. Absolutely.
I don't know enough on climate change. I'm hearing it's a myth. And then some people are saying it's factual. I'm not sure.
I'm kind of confused about it. I do believe in it, and then they say it's a cycle.
Yes, I do.
I think there definitely is something going on, you know, but it goes in cycles. So yeah, I would say so.
No.
Okay, but do you think if everyone had a lifestyle like you, would the earth be able to support it?
I think so.
In reality, if everyone had a lifestyle like those in the United States, it would take 5 Earths to support it.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, that's actually true. It's a fact.
Okay. I think it's probably debatable, but that's okay.
So climate change. Climate, if you don't know what the climate is weather over a long period of time. So we usually look at climate in 30-year chunks. We say, what's the average weather in San Diego for 30 years? That's what we would call our climate. And so it doesn't change rapidly, noticeably, but over time we can see things change, like the average temperature go up, the average number of storms go up. So when we say climate change, we're talking about things that we see slowly changing. Most climate scientists would point at 2 gases that are going into the atmosphere that cause the earth to warm up. And these 2 gases, one you might hear more about is carbon dioxide, which warms the atmosphere, and then methane, which also warms the atmosphere. And these are 2 gases that occur naturally. However, these gases also are increased to the atmosphere from things humans are doing. One of which is driving automobiles or burning fossil fuels that emits carbon dioxide. And then methane is really prevalent in the agriculture industry as a byproduct of making food such as meat, etc. And so as we increase these gases into the atmosphere is simply getting warmer because those gases cause us to collect more sunlight and heat up. And as the atmosphere heats, that heats up the ocean, and it is causing climates around the world to change. That's climate change in a nutshell.
What do you think is the most important environmental issue?
Pollution.
Hay muchos.
Air pollution.
Hacia una situación insostenible, y creo que tenemos que ser más conscientes todos de lo que contaminamos en el día a día.
I would say pollution.
I think the carbon footprint on cars. I think the direction that the automobile industry is going, as far as like making electric cars more fuel efficient, making vehicles more fuel efficient. In the United States, which is overall, if we're talking globally, it's a small footprint, because then you still have China, you still have India, all these other cars that aren't making electric cars, or emission testing requirements and stuff like that.
I would.
The ozone layer?
I mean, just like, what is it, by 2050, we're projected to run out of fossil fuels, so that.
Climate change also is a big thing, because whether you believe in it or not, the climate is getting warmer right now, and we're seeing evidence of that in so many things. One being bigger and stronger storms happening more often, and we just had Hurricane Harvey. That affects millions of people, and so the climate continues to change and get warmer because of the things that we're putting into the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide and methane. There's a way we can slow down climate change, and it will help millions of people. I think that is a really important issue.
Do you recycle?
I do. I do. I try. I try to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
We do recycle.
Yes.
no.
Not too much.
No?
Do I recycle? Yeah. She's bad about it.
Hey.
Nah, she doesn't.
you recycle for me, it counts.
As an environmental science teacher and an avid nature lover, in my opinion, a few things to focus on right now. One is the ever-increasing amount of garbage in the ocean. Teaching oceanography for the last decade or so, and being a lifelong ocean goer surfer, you can measure the amount of litter in the ocean, specifically plastic, that has increased sharply over the last 10 to 15 years. It's an eyesore. I personally don't like to see pieces of plastic washed up on the beach, but in terms of the animals in the ocean, things like whales, sea turtles, fish, etc., that are literally consuming the plastic and dying, these slow, almost torturous deaths because their stomachs are filling with plastic. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see any species suffer.
What percentage of Americans do you think recycle?
Everybody. None if you don't, someone else picks it out of the trash can. So I think everybody.
Pues poquitos. Creo que reciclarán un 30%.
Oh, it's probably very low, I'm sad to say.
Probably half, maybe not that many, I don't know.
I guess not much.
I really don't know.
I would say it's kind of low, like 40 maybe?
I'd say 20.
Whoa.
The answer is 36%.
So in terms of humans and their impact on the environment, it really depends on your perspective, who you are, what you know. We spread out. We're taking living space from other species, and that's why as human population goes up, the population of all the other species is going down. We say that's a loss of biodiversity. And whether that's negative to you or not is opinion, of course, but if you ask a lot of environmental scientists, a high level of biodiversity is a good thing. The more species we have on Earth is a good thing, but currently the number of different species is dropping. As they say, we're in a massive extinction event right now, but most people are not aware that's happening.
So is there anything that you guys do in your own life to try to help the environment?
Hago todos los reciclajes de casa y gastamos toda la luz que tenemos en casa.
Yes.
I drive Prius gang.
I recycle.
That's a good question. We volunteer in the park, Anza Borrego Desert State Park.
Does Uber pool count?
In terms of why should we care about this? Why should we care about any environmental impacts that might be viewed negatively being caused by people? Well, not everyone does care. Some of us care, some of us don't. Some of us care more about one thing, less about another. My frame of reference is I like to leave things nicer than I found them, and to look at it like an analogy. If you loan somebody something of your own, wouldn't you want to get that thing back from them either in the same condition or possibly even nicer? And so I look at the Earth like that. We're borrowing the Earth from the people of the future, and so isn't it nice of us to leave the Earth nicer for them rather than worse?